School is just like such a big part of a child's life, and trying to fit in is such a big part of a child's life, and wanting to be accepted by other kids.
She always got something to say. Oh no, she didn't. Oh yes, she did. No, she didn't. Yes, she did.
We gonna cry a little. We gonna laugh a lot.
I like her.
Hear real shit.
She keeping it real.
In the right spot.
Come on,
Let's
y'all.
talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm your girl Jamaica. Of course, as usual, subscribe to the channel if you are new and you just want to have some good conversation, some good laughter, some real conversation. For all my jewels who have been here and still here, thank you. I appreciate it. So I'm going to have breakfast. I'm on my way to church. And so I am having a strawberry banana smoothie. And so with granola, I love my smoothies with granola. And then I put some bananas on top because I love bananas. I just recently seen a story about a kid who committed suicide because he was being bullied at school. Our children are so important. It's unfortunate that children at as young as 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 know or feel like this is all my life is. I'm never going to get past this point. You know, that what they're feeling is so big and it's just so overwhelming that they decide to take their own life. That is so heartbreaking. And I see a lot of movies, documentaries on YouTube, on Amazon, Netflix, wherever, where parents are so lackadaisical. They are so calm and like not as like, all right, let me do something, you know, type of attitude when their child comes home and says that they're being bullied. It's like, oh, what did you do? And next time handle it like this. But I remember out there how things were then back in the 90s are not the same as how things are now. As big as bullying is, and as many schools in different states and cities say, oh, we have, you know, we don't bully here, or we take bullying very seriously, you know, XYZ. You can't really say or know if they do. Schools are out to save their ass. So, yeah, they're going to say we have things in place. And that's because if for some reason a situation arises, they'll have documentation that says, oh no, our school is signed up for this, and we don't tolerate this, and we have a zero, you know, bullying policy. But they don't really implement it with the kids. And when kids are being bullied, the scenarios and the situations 9 times out of 10 are not getting back to either parent, the person that's doing the bullying's parent, or the kid that's getting bullied parent. And when I see a lot of kids say, I went home, I told my parents didn't do anything, like, that's serious. Mental health in adults is serious, and mental health in kids are serious, especially when school is just like such a big part of a child's life, and trying to fit in is such a big part of a child's life, and wanting to be accepted by other kids and want to have friends. Like, that's important to kids. And so when that doesn't happen, and then they're getting bullied on top of that, so they're not being accepted, and then they're being tormented, I can see where a child at any age will feel like, what am I doing wrong? You know, how can I do it right? Feeling like they'll never be able to make a friend. Feeling like they'll never be able to fit in. Feeling like nobody will ever hear them. We need to do better. We need to start listening to our children. We need to start taking these situations seriously. There are real bullies out there. Like, I'm not, I don't know, keep it $1 here. I'm not one of them parents. My kid got one time. Either one of my children have one time to come to me and say, I'm being bullied. I got picked up on a bus or something like that. Any situation that arises and my child tells me about, I'm going to take it seriously. I'm going to be up at that school at 7 o'clock in the morning waiting for the staff to come in. Who am I finna check? And my son said it's XYZ. I need to see XYZ parents right now, today. Yeah. I want to stay right here until them kids' parents come pick them up from school. I'm going to be all day. Clear my schedule. Your child needs to know that you're fighting for them. Your child needs to know they have an ally. Your child needs to know that my mom or my father or my parents or my guardian or whomever takes what I'm feeling seriously. Okay, I'm going to just drink this. That was good. And a lot of these parents feel like, it's just horseplay, or, they're just being kids. It's just being a kid committing suicide. Not only that, but YouTube, this very platform that millions of people sit and make money off of, that you can find all type of things, has videos that show you how to properly commit suicide. I've Googled it. Because in my head, I'm like, where are these kids getting this from? And if you Google it on YouTube, it will come up how to properly commit suicide. It will tell you that you don't cut your wrist this way. You cut your wrist this way. It will tell you how to properly hang yourself. How many pills to take. What kind of pills to take. It gives you options. So not only is this type of information accessible to kids, but we have kids really feeling like this is all my life will ever be. And it's up to the parents to get more involved. The teachers and the students, again, the school just wants to save its ass. Your kid can be bullied and you will not even know it because the school decided not to even reach out to you because they said it's not a big deal. Because they said kids will just be kids. Because they are just calling it horseplay. No, if your child is telling you there's something going on in my school and it's consistent, you take your ass up to that school. You show up for your child. I hit kids. I let it be known. Every time I go to my son's school and we have them orientations, I go to every fucking teacher. My last person is the principal. But I go to every teacher. And I let them know. We gonna do a lot of things. I'm on your side when it comes to education. If my child is not performing properly, if his grades are dropping, if he's acting like a goofy in class, I'm on your side. But let anything physical happen to this kid right here, and y'all gonna see the whole nother side of me. I will leave my job. There's nothing in the world more important than my child and the safety of my child. And so I will leave wherever I'm at. I can be in the middle of a whole conversation with the Pope, the president, anybody, the priest. I gotta go. Situation went on at the school. Because I need my child to know that nobody is going to be able to do anything to him. And I'm not going to be present. That'll never happen. Ever in his life. I'll be dead first. So, don't ever look at your child's situation like, it'll be okay. Because it's not that kids are killing kids, but kids are killing themselves. Back in the day, there was actually suspensions and detentions. There were actually consequences. Now, the only thing was, is that even though the kids got suspended, they were still waiting for you outside the bus stop. Okay, so we didn't have school today, I got suspended, but I'm still kicking your ass out of school. But there was something to show that a school took a consequence against something. I don't even hear about kids getting suspended no more. I don't hear about kids getting detention. I'm hearing about kids killing other kids. Kids are not even getting expelled. Teachers are not being fired for not notifying. Like, it's My child is with you. You see something happening to my child, don't be like, oh, I work for the school, so, you know, our hands are tied. Fuck that. You put your parent hat on, take your teacher hat off, and you call another parent, and you say, hey, this is what's going on. I thought you should know. I ain't no rat. I ain't gonna go to the principal like, hey, such and such in the English class told me. I'm gonna be like, I'm hearing through the grapevines. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about that. But I feel like there's nothing in 2022 that is saying to the bullies, there's a consequence. And kids' lives are being taken. And you telling me the person that had a part in this gets to still go to school and gets to live a normal life and gets to just go on and continue to bully other kids, and potentially it caused them to take their lives and a mother to be without a child or a father to be without a child. Fuck no. My son, pray to God, will never have to go through that. When I say go through that, I mean I don't ever want him to have the thought of suicide. Because I'm in your corner. I got your back. We gonna go handle this. Worst case scenario, you leave the school, but I don't even want you to leave the school. I want you to figure out this how we handle bullies. Bring the bully out to the front and let's fight. Like old style. Pay attention to the signs. Show up for your children at them schools. Do not make them feel alone. Do not make them think that they are alone. I understand it's hard being a single parent and sometimes you can't always be there. But for your child, always be there. No matter what. God will make a way. I don't know how I feel about Christ in my life. God will make a way. But you show up for your child. And I don't mean sign up for activities. No. I ain't here for no activities. I ain't here for no PTA meeting. I'm here because my son said he was being bullied. And I need to see the person and the parent and the principal front and center. Okay. So, I just want to come on here and say that to any child that ever feel like, I'm done. You're not. You're not finished. You have a beautiful life ahead of you. And there are barriers. You're young. And unfortunately, the world is the way the world is. And people are how they are. And there's evil. But you have so much life to live. Overcome this. Excuse me. You can overcome this. You are not by yourself. I just want to encourage any child out there that's being bullied. That's being a victim. You don't have to be. Now, I'm not saying go and stab nobody or see one of them. I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's a way. Trust in God. Stand on your 2 feet. Stand strong. And, you know, and overcome this. And find somebody that can help you. If you need to DM me and say, hey, I'm being bullied at my school, Jamaica, can you come and be a parent? I surely the fuck will. Yes, that's my kid. So just hang in there. It gets better. For teachers at a school who say, oh, we can't do anything. Be careful with that. Because that's just like kids who are being abused and then CPS workers are ignoring the files or saying my hands are tied or saying I had too many cases or it slipped through the cracks. We cannot let a child's life continue to slip through the cracks because one day it could be your child. And you will have wanted someone to take off their teacher hat, to take off their businessman hat, to take off whatever the hat they had on and put on their parent hat and reach out to you. So when you see something like that, you take off your hat and you reach out to a parent and you let that parent know, hey, you know, I've seen some things going on with such and such. I'm concerned. Whatever he's saying or she's saying is legitimate. You know, I just want to reach out. That's all I'm saying. Okay, how do I go to church, Lord Jesus Christ? I finished my drink. Lord knows I need it. So, you know, hang in there. Parents, show up. Teachers, start giving these parents a heads up. You know, save a child's life. You can save a child's life by speaking up. And with that being said, make sure I follow the blog. My nose right now. Make sure I follow the blog. Make sure I follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you guys for all the love. I really, really, really am appreciating it. I'm seeing it. I'm loving it. I'm ready to grow in 2022. And as always, if you see me in the streets, don't be afraid to speak. Peace.